Hey guys, wanted to do another video on, I was thinking about something a couple of days ago. I was thinking about people who get into interracial marriages or they interracially date, but they do it out of protest. You have people who, I've noticed this, I was watching some conversation, it was between some white woman and some black guy. I can't remember exactly who it was. There's a million of these videos on YouTube, but I think he was interviewing her. He wanted to know when it was exactly that she got into, or she started dating black guys, or why she started exclusively dating black guys. And she said something to the effect of, well, I was dating white guys and I realized that white guys were this way and I didn't like that, so I started dating black guys. And I remember, and I've heard this over and over again, and you hear this kind of protest. And it's like, wait a minute, so what you're saying is you've managed to effectively stereotype everyone in your race or everyone in your ethnic group, all the men who look like you, and based on your few interactions, you've decided that you were done with your race? And I was just thinking about the level of, that's a form of prejudice. That's a form of prejudice, okay? That's what people do to other ethnicities. They say, oh, all black guys are like this. I've also read those comments where people will say, I've seen stuff like under videos, like, you know, some black guys, like, especially like these talk shows where a black guy will have like 12 different kids from like 10 different baby mamas, and and under it will be like some woman who's not African American, and she'll state, and that's why I don't date black guys, right? Or something ridiculous like that. So what I've noticed is people, they make these very, very permanent dating decisions based on, and marital decisions based on limited life experiences, or even just off of stereotypical, you know, yeah, there may be a lot of black guys doing this to women, but it doesn't mean that all are like that. I don't know, maybe they just, you know, maybe, I guess after a while, you know, a few apples ruins the bunch and you just get tired. You just get tired of, you know, going through apples and you know, and looking at rotten apples, and you're like, you know what, you just throw out the whole thing. I guess at some point it does come to that, but for you to publicly state, maybe it's better for you to say, hey, you know what, I'm just done looking. I'm sure they're out there somewhere, but I just don't have the patience to look, and and I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna date these people, or I decided to marry these people, or this is the person that came across. Anyway, interracial marriage out of protest really doesn't really make any sense, you know. And I feel like at this point in the video I'm going to start repeating myself, but it really doesn't make any sense. I once upon a time was talking to a white girl, and she told me that white guys she had dated, I guess she ran into a couple of white guys who were the same way, You know, and at this point, I guess it becomes cultural, but it's not everyone in the culture. It could be a lot of people in the culture, but it's not everyone. So she stated that she was done. She was done dating white guys, and she was gonna date black guys. I don't know how you make that shift from white to black, and you skip everything else. I don't know. Maybe there's other factors, but for someone to just date out of protest, you know, no other good reason to just, well, I guess this video should really be about not necessarily dating out of protest, but not dating someone in your racial group out of protest. I think, and you see this a lot with black guys, and you know, a lot of black guys, oh, all black women have an attitude. False. Not the black women I've dated. All black women wear weave. False. Not the black women I've dated. So, it's not everyone. Yeah, there may be some things that are strongly cultural. Yes, I believe having an attitude problem is taught. It's culturally accepted for some races or some people to be, some women to be sassy. At the same time, it's also a learned behavior, and it's also taught that some men will be toxic and have toxic chauvinistic views and just be a toxic male through and through. So I think, so for a black woman to say, hey, I'm not going to date black men anymore because of Tyrone over here or Leroy. I don't think there's anybody named Leroy anymore, but because of I'm looking for a stereotypical black name. Because of Jamal. Jamal, he likes to cheat. Jamal and Leroy and Ray and everybody else, they've cheated on me. Therefore, all black men cheat. No. That's your experience, and that's because you're dating those kind of guys. You're dating those guys. So, yeah, interracial dating out of protest, it really doesn't make any sense. Anyway, guys, comment below, common denominator. I'm out.